So I found my old iPad mini in a drawer last week, like buried under cables and a phone case from 2019. And I thought, hey, let me charge this thing up, see what's on it. Photos, old apps, maybe some embarrassing notes I wrote to myself. But the second it powered on, passcode screen, and I'm standing there like I have absolutely no idea what I set this to. Tried my birthday, tried all zeros, tried the one password I use for everything that I know I shouldn't use for everything, nothing. And then after too many wrong attempts, the screen changed to iPad unavailable, which is Apple's polite way of saying you're locked out of your own stuff. And honestly, that's one of the most frustrating feelings in tech. Staring at a device you own that has your data on it, and it just won't let you in. So here's the thing. This happens to way more people than you'd think. Maybe you forgot your passcode. Maybe your kid typed the wrong code 40 times. Maybe you bought a secondhand phone and the previous owner didn't wipe it. Whatever the reason, you've got a locked device and no way in. I spent a while looking into how to fix this without going through Apple's whole process or factory reset loops, and I found a tool called Dr.Fone Screen Unlock by Wondershare that actually handles this. And it's not just for iPads, it works on iPhones and Android devices too. So I figured I'd walk you through exactly how I unlocked my iPad mini step by step, and I'll show you the one part of this process that most people don't realize until it's too late. Okay, so before I show you the steps, quick context on what this software actually does. Dr.Fone Screen Unlock is a desktop tool made by Wondershare. What it does is remove screen locks. We're talking passcodes, the iPhone unavailable screen, security lockout, disabled devices, all of it. It supports basically every iPhone and iPad model, works across most iOS versions, and there's a version for Android too if you've got a locked Samsung or Pixel or whatever sitting in your drawer. You download it onto your Windows or Mac computer, plug in your locked device, and it walks you through the whole thing. No iTunes required, no terminal commands, nothing complicated. Now, there's one major thing you need to know, and I'll get to it in a minute because it's important. But first, let me show you the actual process. Step 1, go to the official Dr.Fone website. I'll drop the link in the description and download the software. Install it like any other program. Takes maybe 2 minutes. When you open it, you'll see a main dashboard with a bunch of tools. You want Toolbox, then Screen Unlock. Now, since I'm unlocking an iPad, I selected iOS, but if you've got an Android device, you'd pick Android here. Same idea, different path. A new window pops up and you hit Unlock iOS Screen. Pretty straightforward so far. Step 2, plug your locked iPad or iPhone into your computer with a USB cable. Once it's connected, hit Start. Step 3, and this is the part that sounds scarier than it is, the software is going to ask you to put your device into recovery mode. Now, don't panic. It literally shows you the button combination on screen for your exact model. For most newer iPhones and iPads, it's quick press volume up, quick press volume down, then press and hold the side button or the top button until you see the recovery mode screen. That's it. And if for some reason recovery mode doesn't work, there's a button at the bottom that says try DFU mode with a separate set of instructions. I didn't need it. Recovery mode worked on the first try for me. Step 4, once your device is in recovery mode, Dr.Fone detects the model automatically. It shows you the device info on screen. Double check it's correct. If something looks off, you can manually adjust the model in iOS version, then hit download. This downloads the firmware package that the software needs to do the unlock. Depending on your internet speed, this might take a few minutes. I've got decent Wi-Fi and it took maybe 4 minutes. Not bad. Step 5, after the firmware downloads and verifies, you hit Unlock Now. It'll ask you to confirm by entering a code shown on screen. This is basically Wondershare's way of making sure you didn't accidentally hit the button. Type in the code, confirm, and Dr.Fone starts doing its thing. Now here's where you just sit and wait. Don't unplug anything. Don't touch the device. Your iPad or iPhone might restart once, maybe twice during this process. You'll see the Apple logo with a progress bar. That's totally normal. It's installing clean firmware. This part took about 5 minutes for me. And then the hello screen, that setup screen you see on a brand new device, that's when you know it worked. Okay, so remember when I said there's something most people don't realize? Here it is. Removing the screen lock erases everything on the device. All of it. Photos, apps, messages, gone. And this isn't a Dr.Fone thing specifically. This is how it works with any method that removes a forgotten passcode, including Apple's own process. So if you have an iCloud backup or an iTunes backup from before the device got locked, you're fine. You can restore everything during setup. But if you don't have a backup, that data is not coming back. So just go in knowing that. For me, it was an old iPad mini that I hadn't used in years, so I wasn't worried about losing anything. But if your main phone just got locked, make sure you know your backup situation before you start. And real quick, I mentioned this works for Android too. If you've got a Samsung, Pixel, or any Android phone that's locked, the process is similar. You open Dr.Fone, pick Android instead of iOS, and it walks you through the unlock for that device. So it's not just an Apple solution. It's basically a universal, I'm locked out and I need back in tool. So yeah, my iPad mini is back. It works. Whole process from downloading Dr.Fone to seeing the hello screen took me maybe 15 minutes. And most of that was waiting for the firmware to download. If you're sitting there right now with a locked iPhone, a disabled iPad, or an Android phone you can't get into, the link to Dr.Fone is in the description. It's the simplest way I've found to deal with this without losing your mind trying to figure out recovery mode on your own or sitting on hold with Apple support. And honestly, it's one of those tools I wish I'd known about the first time this happened to me, which was 3 years ago with a different phone. Would have saved me an entire afternoon. Fix your iPhone or Android easily with Dr.Fone, fast recovery, data transfer, screen unlock, and more. Official download links are in the description. Anyway, if this helped, let me know in the comments what device you were trying to unlock. I'm genuinely curious how many of you are in the same found it in a drawer situation as me. See you next video. Peace.